In a world full of silence, some people speak up. In moments of danger, while most freeze, a few step forward. Why do some people risk everything to do what's right, while others look away? Today, we're exploring the psychology of moral courage, the rare trait that drives people to act in the face of fear, pressure, and even danger. What is moral courage? Moral courage is the willingness to take a stand for what's right, even when there are risks involved. It's not physical bravery, it's psychological strength, standing up to injustice, calling out wrongdoing, protecting others, even when it's uncomfortable or dangerous. What moral courage looks like. Think of the person who speaks out against bullying, the whistleblower who exposes corruption, the stranger who jumps in to help someone being harassed. These are acts of moral courage, and they often come with real consequences. The fear that stops most people. So why don't more people act? Because moral courage often demands social risk, being judged, rejected, or punished. Psychologists say people fear embarrassment, group backlash, damaging their reputation. This fear creates moral paralysis, bystander effect versus moral agency. In the face of wrongdoing, most people experience the bystander effect. They assume someone else will step in. But morally courageous people override that instinct. They become moral agents, individuals who accept responsibility for doing the right thing. The psychology behind acting studies show that people who act courageously share certain traits. High empathy. They deeply feel others' pain. Strong internal values. Their moral compass isn't swayed by group pressure. Low need for approval. They don't require validation from others to act. Self-efficacy. They believe their actions can make a difference. Role of upbringing and modeling moral courage isn't just a trait. It can be taught. People who witnessed courageous role models growing up, parents, teachers, or mentors, are far more likely to act bravely themselves. Courage is contagious. Real-life case. Rosa Parks. When Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat on a segregated bus in 1955, she wasn't just tired. She was tired of injustice. Her simple act of moral resistance sparked a movement. She knew there would be backlash, but she acted anyway. That's moral courage. Real-life case, Malala Yousafzai. At just 15, Malala defied the Taliban by speaking out for girls' education. She was shot, but survived. And instead of staying silent, she spoke louder. Her courage came from deep conviction, not fearlessness. Neuroscience of courage research using brain scans shows that courageous people don't feel less fear. They simply regulate it differently. The prefrontal cortex overrides the amygdala's fear signals. Courageous behavior isn't the absence of fear, it's the mastery of it. Moral disengagement, the opposite. On the flip side, many people justify inaction through moral disengagement. They convince themselves, it's not my business. Someone else will handle it. They probably deserved it. These thoughts protect the ego, but at a moral cost. Group pressure and conformity. In a group, silence becomes the norm. Groupthink suppresses dissent, and people conform even if they know something is wrong. Moral courage means breaking from the herd, and that takes serious psychological strength. Moral identity. Who you think you are. People with strong moral identity, who see doing good as part of their self-image, are more likely to act. To them, not helping would feel like a betrayal of who they are. They act, not for glory, but because they couldn't live with themselves if they didn't. Small acts, big impact. Moral courage doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it's speaking up in a meeting, standing by a friend, refusing to laugh at a cruel joke. Small moments of integrity can create ripple effects far beyond what you see. Can moral courage be cultivated? Yes, like any muscle, courage grows with use. Practice speaking up, set boundaries, say no when it's easier to say nothing. Each act of courage makes the next one easier. Be the one who stands up. The world doesn't just need smart people, it needs brave ones. The kind who act, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's dangerous. Because silence helps the oppressor, courage helps everyone else. Be the one who stands up, even when others don't. And if you found this video thought-provoking, make sure to subscribe for more deep dives into the psychology behind human behavior, because understanding the mind is the first step toward changing the world.